crap. We are standing on the Great Wall. Look at that. This is like insanity. Look at that. So we're going to walk, man. We're going to walk down a little ways. This is a steep downhill slope. I guess this was one of the guardhouses. And apparently they're not equidistant, so they just put them where they put them. I guess must have been a rhyme or reason at some point. I'm not sure how or where, but that's what the floor looks like. They got these little holes that they probably could have fired arrows through back in the day, if they needed to. And these that they could have shot through if they needed to. Look at those valleys, my God. Wow, amazing. So, guardhouse, right? And people that have written all up inside there. There's writing all over those walls. Stickers and writing and...
Oh, it's a block. That's a wall. You got to block it.
So these things are really, really steep to come down. And if you lose your balance, you're done. They're not standard height stairs or anything like that. They're not up to any kind of code. So, but yeah, man, crazy. I guess we'll go over to the next guardhouse. At that point, it's just repetitive, kind of.
I'm fine. Yeah, I just want to keep my footing.
Yeah, the footing is treacherous, especially coming out of the guardhouse. Because none of it seems to be equal footing. They knew what they were doing. They knew that millions of years or hundreds of years later, they'd be visitors to this thing. North Arch Gate. The gate was built in 1404. As a rule, arch gates along the Great Wall were mainly stone and brick structures, with bricks used for arches, commonly used as a passage for reinforcement of border troops. So let's see. Wow, that's a really low entrance.
Oh, so this is the other way to go. Oh,
yeah. Look at that. Man, that is remarkable. You can hear all kinds of things cooing and cawing down there. That goes back up to the cable cars, and you can see that's where we just came from. And you can see they're kind of steep coming down. You can see how she's having to negotiate it. And then there, all of a sudden, it's like little steps and then a couple of steep ones, and then little steps and then a couple of steep ones. And they got this little archway. That's probably a 4-foot archway to get through there. So moving along. There was a time, hundreds of years ago, literally like 500-600 years ago, that soldiers patrolled this wall. How long ago would they have been patrolling here on this wall? What do you think, 500 years? Now we got more stairs we got to climb. And this thing slopes up and down based on the mountain itself. So they didn't carve the mountain to make the wall flat. They just made the wall follow the mountain path. And contrary to popular belief, it wasn't for the Mongols, but it was for the Huns. It was to keep the Huns out initially. So that's why the wall was initially built. And then when there was a unification under the Qi dynasty or Kui dynasty, that person, who was one of 6 kingdoms, proclaimed himself the emperor and unified all the kingdom walls, which added to this wall. And then he also had it added too. It's no joke climbing this thing. Look at these mountain passes, and then you tell me you're dropping from that elevation down to this elevation and then back up to this elevation. And into something else, some kind of a guardhouse maybe. Yeah, this may have been some kind of a guardhouse. Right? Low archways, soldiers coming in and out, just imagine it all. Look at that. Oh, cripes. And this thing goes on and on and on, as you can see, all the way up the mountainside. I'll tell you what, you do a bunch of hiking on this, you're going to be in shape, man. And not just in shape, you're going to be in like competitive racing shape. Because this is ridiculous. And what's with these stairs, damn it? The slopey stuff follows the mountain. Says Tess, who has open-toed shoes. Yeah. Yeah, my toes are getting jammed in my shoes too. Oh yeah, that'll hurt. Yeah, that okay, I get it.
It's like a thong that's just being wedged.
Right, just you're getting a constant wedgie in between your big toe there. Fun times. Sounds like fun. Ooh, I want to get up to that tower right there. Hey, after that tower where you can climb up to the top piece. That one up there? Yeah. That's it. After that, I'm going back the other way. Yeah, well, you can go ahead. Run your 5K if you want.
Well, it's 3:06 now. Yeah. You can put the camera down and just look. Unless you're already tired.
No, it's not tired, but I mean, the further you go out, it's like riding a bike, Mary. The more you go out, you got to make it back. Oh, butterfly. Don't know what kind of butterfly that is, but he just decided to camp out there. He's probably hot too. It's hot today. The sun's kind of beating down. Even though that haze is in the distance, you don't seem like it's blocking anything like right on top of you. Although I'm sure breathing it all in from here can't be good. Okay, that's all for now, because I need to catch my breath.